Welcome to the For Real Though Show, the podcast with the purpose for the people. My name is Christopher Keith. This is like an emergency podcast. Normally, I would say to you that we are brought to you by Queso What? But you know what? Tonight, I'm not putting this on Queso What. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know, Shantae, Cornell, my peoples, they support me. You know what I mean? So if I got out here, let me give a disclaimer. Let me give a disclaimer before we get to this podcast. If profanity offends you, then just cut this shit off right now. Just cut it off right now. I'm telling you, if profanity offends you, if straightforwardness offends you, then you need to eject. Eject immediately, okay? All right. So with that being said, we're not brought to you by Queso What tonight. You know why? Because this is for me. And don't get me wrong, it's not like Queso What don't stand with me. Because Shantae Cornell, trust me, if I got out here and stuck my dick out and slapped it up against the camera, you know what I'm saying? If that's some shit I really believed in, they gonna believe in me enough. They gonna get my back and they gonna be like, yeah, C-Mac, do what you gotta do, nigga. That's what they gonna say to me. Cause they got my back, cause that's my family. You dig? But I'm not putting it on them. Still, this is me. This is me talking to me alone. So I'm absolving Queso What from any of the material that I discuss in this here podcast tonight. So, and with that said, the reason why I'm here tonight is because, I ain't no preparation, nothing, man. I'm just kind of coming off the dome, off some thoughts that I thought that I'm thinking because this is the first time in my life, like I've been through some administrations, man, through my lifetime. And the earliest one I remember was Nixon. So I've been here through Nixon. I was here before Nixon. I was here through Lyndon B. Johnson, but I ain't remember that motherfucker because I was too young. You dig? So I remember Nixon. I remember Ford, Jimmy Carter, Reagan, fucking Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Clinton, all these motherfuckers. But this is the first time, and I ain't always agree with the shit we did or didn't do. You know what I'm saying? But this is the first time of all the years in my life that I've actually been embarrassed to be an American, you know? And you got to understand, like, as a black man in America, it's not hard for me to separate myself from a lot of the shit that white men in America do to embarrass us Americans as a whole, you know? But today was the first time I've ever straight been embarrassed. Like this orange motherfucker is straight embarrassing me as an American. Now, he don't represent me. He don't represent my people. You know what I'm saying? He don't represent anything that I stand for at all ever in fucking life. Okay? On the face of the goddamn planet. He is antithetical to everything. Okay? But in 9 times out of 10, I'm able to separate myself from his bitch ass until today. Until today. Today, I've honestly embarrassed to be an American. And if you ain't hip to why, then you only need to go look at what happened with Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, who came over here, you know, to try to rectify some shit to deal with his country and the invasion of his country by Russia. Now, look, I ain't gonna get into all the nitty gritties of it. You know what I'm saying? Do your own research. A lot of motherfuckers I know, you know what I'm saying? They say shit like, I do my own research. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let y'all, those that know. But if you need to do your own research, do your own research so you can know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you the cliff notes of the shit. Okay. So the Cliff Notes is, Russia invaded Ukraine several years ago, and the Biden administration tried to help as much as they could, you know, sending over whether it's weapons, money, food, whatever, right? And, when 45 got in the office, the orange motherfucker, he tried to make deals with Zelensky, like, okay, well, I'll send y'all some help, but I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. If you can get some shit on Hunter Biden, because that's how petty this motherfucker is. So one guy who's actually trying to save his nation from being decimated by a foreign dictator, you know, is having to deal with a psycho, insecure motherfucker who, well, I want you to get some shit for me to help me with my campaign. If you give me some shit on Hunter Biden, then, maybe I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the motherfucker's always sucking on Vladimir Putin's dick. And I don't know whether Putin got a P tape on him. The word on the streets years ago was that, you know, Trump was over there in Russia doing some shit somewhere and got a bitch peeing on him. And so, he on that freaky deaky. So he don't want the fucking P tape to come out. Because then all these conservative ass Christians of all the other things that maybe they'd have to pivot and say some shit like, well, that's holy pee. That's the Holy Spirit's pee on the president that, anointed him to become the great king leader that we need. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they'd have been down with it anyway because these conservative Christian motherfuckers that are so concerned about race. You know what I'm saying? Like there is some talk in the Bible about some people who wanted a king. They wanted a king so bad. And I don't know if it was Samuel, I'm not a biblical scholar. I don't know. Maybe it was Samuel. Maybe it was somebody else. I don't know. But whoever it was, let's say it was Samuel. If it ain't Samuel, correct me. I'll take it. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. You get the point. Some motherfucker was telling them, trying to tell them, now if y'all get a king, he gonna fuck your shit up. He gonna take your money. He gonna tax you to death. Your kids gonna be slaves. Yada yada yada. But these motherfuckers like, nah, but we want a king. We want a king so bad. Let us have a king. And then when they got the king, they shit got fucked up. You dig? They shit got fucked up. Everything that the prophet told them was going to happen, happened. So here we are again. Here we are again. The same bullshit. All right. So coming around. I'm coming around. I'm coming around. Excuse me. Again, this shit is off the dome. I didn't sit here and study this shit. Normally, I got notes prepared and all this other kind of stuff because I really care about the content. I really care about presenting you guys with something that's well thought out. Now, I'm just coming from the heart. I'm just coming from the heart. Okay, so this motherfucker gets in the office again, you know, and Zelensky, he's in the tough spot. He in a tough spot. Why? Because the motherfucker that got elected or selected, however way you want to describe it, he's with the motherfucker that's probably got the P tape or whatever that's trying to take over his country. So he got some minerals and shit, in his country. He's trying to work some shit out to save his country. You know what I mean? Because maybe the orange motherfucker want to take away all the aid that the United States was given to help him fight against this fucking dictator, bullshit, pussy ass, coward, Vladimir Putin. So I got to give Zelensky a lot of fucking credit, a lot of credit, because he brought his ass over here to these United States, sat in the White House at the Oval Office with a motherfucker that he knows going in, do not care for him, his kids, his wife, his dog, his country. He ain't got no love for him whatsoever. He knows this, okay? But he had to do it. You know why he had to do it? Because his country was dependent on him. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy who used to be like in show business. You know what I'm saying? But he rose to the moment. And don't get me wrong. Let me keep it 100% with you. Ukrainians on the whole, They don't fuck with niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of racial issues over there. Okay? And they don't, as a whole, they don't particularly care about black people. But see, that's the thing about me. I'm a principal motherfucker. And so therefore, this shit is about the principle. See, so when they say everything ain't about race, no, everything ain't about race necessarily. In this country, most of the time it is. But in this case right here, it ain't about race. It's about the principle. So the principle is looking at it from the outside, looking in. Me looking in from the outside. I'm like, yo, they asked this motherfucker to come over Zelensky to sit in this motherfucker's Oval Office. This clown, this bitch, this hoe, to sit up here, and negotiate some shit about how to keep his country from being overthrown by a fucking dictator, by a criminal, a war criminal. He came over there. He had nothing but his dick in his head. And that's all he could do. So he had to show up. And I respect the motherfucker for showing up. I really do. So he shows up, you know, and then this orange motherfucker tried to talk shit about him to his face about what he need to do and this, that, and the other. And so he like, yo, 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 hold tight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get out of pocket or nothing. He just like, hey man, I'm just letting you know, if my country get overthrown, it's gonna be some blowback on the US too. Don't just think it's gonna be about me and mine. Y'all subject to get some blowback too. And so the orange man, he goes off, nah, motherfucker, nah, you don't tell me what we gonna do, how it's gonna affect us. It's gonna affect you. You ain't got no cards. You ain't got no cards. And here's the thing. Zelensky don't have no cards. Not on face value. He ain't got no cards. But he do have some cards. I'm gonna explain that to you in a minute. So that's why he came, because he ain't really got no cards, you know what I'm saying? He knows he's going into a losing battle because Trump loves him some motherfucking Putin. Whether it's because he got the P tape or because he's an undercover homosexual and they fucking each other. One of the two. Regardless, you know how he love him some Putin. Putin's great. I want to be just like him. So he comes over here, and he tell the motherfucker, hey man, don't think y'all ain't gonna get no blowback. So the orange man loses his mind. He start trying to humiliate this motherfucker in front of the whole goddamn world. See, some people like this. You embarrassed him in front of the United States. No, you embarrassed him in front of the world. You put this man on Front Street in front of the world, talking about how basically if we ain't do this and that for you, you wouldn't have shit. When in reality, motherfucker, you didn't give him shit in the first place. That was Biden that was giving him shit. That was Obama that was giving him shit. You was doing some shit that was already in place when you was in office the first time. But then you wanted to haggle it over his head, you know, so he can give you some shit over Hunter Biden. That's how petty your bullshit is. Well, anyway, the motherfucker stood on his 10. He stood on his 10 toes. He was like, hey, man, I'm just letting you know this what it is. And so he tried to loud talk him, you know, and I admire him, like, because he stood on his 10. He didn't get angry. I'm sure he was angry. I'm sure he was angry. But he didn't let it show. And then you got this motherfucker, JD. JD. I don't know what the JD stands for. You know what I'm saying? Junior dickhead. Uh Junior douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Junior dipshit. Whatever, right? He comes in and he start talking shit. Man, you didn't say thank you. How many times you say, well, first of all, motherfucker, what am I gonna say thank you to you for? Because you voted against everything that we've ever had coming to us. And second of all, I'm like, if I'm Vladimir Zelensky. And let me tell you, I hope Vladimir Zelensky gets this video. I really do. If somebody got some connections to give Vladimir Zelensky this video, I hope you give it to him because I want to let him know that there's some people out here who really fucks with you on the issue of principle. I want him to know that there's some people here that understand like what was really going on and that all of us Americans are not stupid. We're not idiots. You dig? So this is me. If I'm Vladimir Zelensky, this is where I'm coming from. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. So Junior Dickhead come out talking shit, pointing his finger. First of all, they'll be like, yo, 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 who are you? Who are you? I'm sorry. I ain't seen your ass since the inauguration. Did they let you out the kennel, motherfucker? They let you out the kennel? They let you out the cage? They let you out the closet? Did they say, oh, Elon's busy today? So let's go get JD, the same motherfucker who wrote Hillbilly Elegy, the same motherfucker who talked about how when he was in college and he was doing some internships for his law degree out of all, when he went to Ohio State, then he went to whatever law school he went to. I don't remember whether it was Yale or whatever. I think it was Yale. But he was dating his Indian girlfriend, who's now his wife, and he didn't know when he went on these interviews. Read the shit yourself in Hillbilly Elegy if you so choose to. Because I read the book. Not only did I read the book, like I was so impressed with the motherfucking book, I was like, yo, I told my friends to read the motherfucking book. So I know for a fact that this motherfucker wrote that he didn't even know which fucking fork to use when he went and talked to these high class lawyers. He was such a country bumpkin from Appalachia, Ohio / Kentucky. He didn't know how to fit in. He didn't know what fucking fork to use. So his Indian girlfriend, who he's now married to, well, I can't even see him getting no pussy from her right now. That wouldn't even make no sense to me. I can't see how she giving him any pussy if she has any integrity. Okay? She had to tell this motherfucker, calm down, baby. I'll tell you how to, okay, you use the first left fork for the salad. Like she got to break this shit down for him so he can feel comfortable. But now you come out the box trying to tell this motherfucker, Zelensky, how he ought to be thanking you. I'm sorry. Did you ask BB to fucking thank you for all the goddamn shit we give to Israel? I don't think you did. But see, because you love sucking Trump's dick and Trump loves sucking Putin's dick, you just get right on board and just start saying some crazy shit to this man because you know he's sitting there with his dick in his hand because he needs help for his country, not for himself. See, because you motherfuckers are just for yourselves, but not this man, not Zelensky. Zelensky came over here to hostile territory. To hostile territory, knowing he wasn't welcome. You know what I'm saying? That's a man with some motherfucking balls. President Zelensky, if you ever see this video, I want to salute you. And I want to tell you what I would have said because I thought about this. I thought about this, you know, and I'm like, you know what? After this shenanigans, bullshit charade y'all did to me, where y'all put me on Front Street saying that I need to accept this bullshit that y'all putting out, the way you gonna try to shit on me in front of the whole goddamn world, that's what I would have said. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the president. I'm not the president. So I don't want you to think, my audience anyway, my audience who care about what I think, who care about my opinion, right? Who respect me. I don't want you to think that I'm speaking out of turn. Like I didn't think this shit through like for real, because I really did. But I thought to myself, you know what? If I'm President Zelensky, you know what I'm gonna say to these motherfuckers? I'm gonna be just like The Wire. Hey man, do what you feel. Do what you feel. If you don't want to help, okay, don't help. If you're gonna help Vladimir Putin try to take over my country, that's fine. If you want to send American troops over there to help him, that's fine. But understand this: we will fight to our very last breath. We will fight. When I say we, motherfucker, I mean we, meaning that I will be out there with the gun, meaning that I'm not going to have shin splints when it's time to fight. I'm not going to hide behind Secret Service men. I'm not going to hide behind the military. No, sir. I will be out there my goddamn self. So if you come, motherfucker, bring it. If you're going to bring it, bring your ass if you want to get ass. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we not surrendering for none of you motherfuckers. Do you understand me? And then they try to talk, well, we in the United States. You can't say that. Motherfucker, I'm the president of Ukraine. I said what the fuck I said. What you gonna do? You gonna arrest me? You gonna hold me behind bars in America? What you gonna ship me to Guantanamo Bay? Do it, motherfucker. Make me a martyr. Please make me a martyr. Do it. Do it. Make me a martyr. Because you know what? You can kill me. You can kill my people. But you know what? The whole world is going to look at you and say, y'all are some bitches. Y'all are some coward ass white supremacist bitches. You can't hold your own dick to piss without a Secret Serviceman or without somebody holding your dick to help you because you ain't shit. So you don't want to help me? Hey, cool. You right. I ain't got no cards, motherfucker. I ain't got no cards. I'm sitting here with my dick in my hand. But you know what? I'm a G. You know what? I ain't got no cards, but you know what I got? I got a spine. I got guts. I got nuts. And I can tell you, me and all of my Ukrainian friends, my compadres, we will fight you to the bitter end. And if you kill us, you kill us. We can live with that. But you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to bend the knee. We're not going to be bitches and hoes. We're not going to bow down to your bullshit. That's what we not going to do. See, we ain't going to get shin splits. See what I'm saying? We ain't going to get scared and hide behind a motherfucker. Oh, please hide me. Hide me. Take me to the bunker. We ain't going to do that. We going to fight. This is the first time I've ever been straight embarrassed to be an American. I've been able to extricate myself from all of that bullshit that these people do. Not this one, because this man came over here with honor and dignity. And these insecure, bitch ass, childlike punk son of a bitches shitted on this man when really, in reality, he's 50 bazillion times the leader that you bitches claim to be. And like I said, JD, goddamn JD, where the fuck you been? I guess your ass gonna be, he probably back in the kennel now. They gonna put your ass back in the kennel with the Secret Service dogs. Cause that's where you been. You motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? He's a bitch. He's a hoe. I'm sorry. I don't want to insult bitches out there, good bitches and shit. Like, you give bitches and hoes a bad name, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You have no honor, no integrity, because you know better. See, Junior Dickhead, he knows better. Because I read his book. I'm not telling you motherfuckers to read this book either because read the motherfucker if you can get it for free. Don't spend no money on it. Get somebody to let you borrow the book. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Don't spend no more money. But you will see that this was a country bumpkin motherfucker. Okay? And he talked about how his white friends had good paying jobs and would not go to work, would miss all the time, badass, horrible attendance, and then when they get fired, would sit there on the fucking meth pipe, smoking meth, talking shit about how, the niggas is the one taking all the government money, all the welfare. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is on welfare. See, that's the thing about white supremacy. That's the thing. And I gave this example to some family members I was talking to tonight. If if a white person, I ain't talking about all white people, and those who fuck with me know what I'm talking about when I say white people. So you know who I'm talking about. These motherfuckers that voted for Trump. These motherfuckers that talked about it was the price of eggs and all this other kind of bullshit that they was lying about. It was about race. Here's the proof. If you give these motherfuckers $80,000 a year and say, hey, this is just your stipend for being a good American, I'm giving you $80,000 a year, do what you please with it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a job, cool. If you don't, cool. But this is just for being a good American. It's $80,000. These motherfuckers would say, thank you. Thank you. And then we'd be like, but there's one condition. We gonna give it to everybody, including that black man, that black woman. You know what these motherfuckers would say? No! If they gonna get to 80,000, I don't give it to me because I don't want them to have it. So, see what I'm saying? So they will refuse their own prosperity. They rather stand on rubble and destruction as long as they got the perception of whiteness as being their whole card. Or as Bomani Jones would say, when white folks figure out that black people are out here breathing air for free, oh, we gonna really have a problem. Y'all out here breathing air for free? They gonna try to charge for oxygen. A tax for oxygen, because niggas is breathing air for free. That's how they are. That's how they are. So I ain't gonna stay here long. I'm just gonna say, Vladimir Zelensky, hey man, I'm with you. I'm with you. You handled yourself well. And again, if I'm you, I don't think you handled it. I don't think you did anything wrong in this. You know what I'm saying? But I'd have told that motherfucker straight up, do what you will. Do what you will. But no, you have to come for all of us. And no matter what you tell your kids in school, because we know you don't want to talk about black history. We know you want to eliminate talk of slavery and all that kind of stuff. Jim Crow, the Haggies, the lynches. You want to talk about American exceptionalism and how white folks just did everything grand and great for America. America. But the rest of the world would know. They would look at you. You can turn your back on me. Maybe Russia will beat us. Maybe we will run out of funding. We'll run out of weapons. We'll run out of intelligence. Maybe y'all will put all y'all 2 cents together and will defeat me and my people. But you know what? The history books in the rest of the world, they will look at you, sick, sorry sons of bitches, and say, but y'all was some bitches. Y'all was some cowards. They will look at Junior Dickhead and say, this motherfucker, he don't even fuck with you. You grappling, rough, scruff dog. Get your ass back in the kennel. He just let you out when he let you out. The real motherfucker is Elon Musk, Mr. Apartheid, Mr. Hitler, Mr. throwing up Hitler signs, Mr. lying about everything, Mr. getting $8 million a day in government contracts while he firing other Americans. So they'd be like, you know what? Junior dickhead, you a bitch. Orange man with the fucked up hair, you a bitch. All of y'all bitches. You could kill me, but you know what? How history will look at me? As a fucking hero, as a swashbuckling martyr. Make me a martyr, please. Make me a martyr. Put me in jail. Hang me on the Washington court steps. You know what I'm saying? Put me in the Capitol. You know what I mean? Where you racist motherfuckers stormed the motherfucker and tried to kill all the goddamn congressmen and senators and shit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make me a martyr. And that's what I'll be. My life is but a breath. But history will say, y'all some bitches. Y'all some cowards. Y'all some hoes. Y'all some losers. That's what it would say. And that's all I got to say about that. Brother Zelensky, my fellow Americans, the ones who gossip says, hey, I stay with you when I say I'm sorry. This shit today was so embarrassing to me. Like, real talk. I'm so embarrassed. But this is what some of you motherfuckers wanted. Make America great again. That's what some of y'all wanted. Now you got it. Now you got to deal with it, you know? But Zelensky, hey man, you a G. I salute you. I salute you. And I would just encourage you to stand on your 10, stand 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be nobody's bitch. You ain't got to bend the knee. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to bend the knee. And I'm glad you didn't bend the knee. So as far as I'm concerned, you are a hero, sir. I respect you. I admire you. And you are a real leader of your people. Unlike some people here who wouldn't dare pick up a gun, who wouldn't dare go out on the front lines, who wouldn't do none of that shit. He would just hide behind all his people, like he did on his fake assassination attempt. See, y'all got short memories. I ain't got no short memories. And you know what? And you wonder, like, if you wonder why would I even put myself out here like this? Because, yeah, you think this is, you think it doesn't bother me. You think like I don't know that there could be repercussions for what I say? Of course I do. Of course I do. But here's the thing. The story always comes back around. They come for the other motherfuckers. And then the motherfuckers that ain't come yet, they sit there and be silent or they complicit. You know what I'm saying? Their silence is permission. And then when they come for their ass, then they in the uproar. So that's what you got with these white folks these farmers and shit, and these motherfuckers who losing their job talking about, my daughter was not DEI. And she got fired. But see, motherfuckers, you thought they was just coming for niggas. You thought they was just coming for brown people. You thought they was just coming from liberals. You stupid, stupid motherfuckers. We tried to tell you. But you ain't want to listen because this is more important to you. When you don't understand what's important to them is this. But you don't want to be aligned with me because I'm radical. You know what I'm saying? Because I speak my mind because I ain't afraid. And don't get me wrong, I ain't even saying I ain't afraid. For real, I'm saying that my principles are over my fear. And God damn it, you better stand for something, or else you ain't shit if you don't stand for something in this life. I'm willing to stand on it. I'ma stand on it. I said what I fucking said. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm sorry, America, for the people who are decent, who understand diplomacy, who understand the history of this country and how democracy is an experiment, that it's not an easy thing to do, that it's very tenuous, that, you know, it takes hard work to make these things work. It takes sacrifice and compromise and understanding differences and diversity to make this thing work. Some of you out here, black and white, you understand that. And for you, I'm sorry. We are in the same boat. But for these other motherfuckers, they're silent, that voted for this bullshit. And now these don't, especially the black people, especially black people who voted for Trump or who told people, don't vote for Kamala Harris. Don't vote for Kamala Harris. See what I'm saying? See, Kamala Harris, when Bibi Netanyahu came here, she didn't sit up here and break her neck to try to go see this motherfucker because she knew. Oh man, no, you a war criminal. You a war criminal. Your own people don't want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So especially these black people, because these MAGA niggas, y'all silent. Silent, I say. I don't see your posts. I'm on Facebook with some of you bitches. I don't see you. Where are you? Can't justify this shit. We just a few weeks in. And trust me, you know what Trump eat don't make me shit. So I'm not clinging to everything that happens in the news. You know what I'm saying? My sister-in-law called me today and was like, cut it on MSNBC. And I was like, fuck MSNBC. They just fired Joanne Reed. And she was like, this ain't about her right now. Turn it on. And I did. And I saw this shit and I was mortified. I couldn't believe it. Like, I just like, y'all brought this man here to shit on him in front of the world. How cowardice of you. How shameless are you? Because you have the arrogance to stand behind a military in a system that you had nothing to do with creating in the first place. So, yo, that's all I got to say about that. These are my words. I stand by my words. Hey, and again, I'm not going to wait for them to come for me. I'm going to stick up for the next motherfucker. So when they do come for me, they came for me. They came. Fine. Will it be comfortable for me? No. Will I be uncomfortable? Sure I will. Will I be afraid? Probably. I don't think I'm Superman. I don't think I'm superhuman Malcolm Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. It ain't about my pride and ego. I'm a person. I have fears, right? I'm scared, but I'm not a fucking coward. There is a difference. There's a difference. I'm not a coward, and I will stand on what is right. That I will do. Whatever that looks like for you, I hope you will do the same. But this shit today, it was pitiful, it was shameful. It was one of the most moments in American history. And because I love my country, as James Baldwin so eloquently put it, because I love my country, I reserve the right to criticize her emphatically. You dig? So that's all I got to say about that, man. Y'all stay safe out there. I'm sorry this bullshit happened. But again, hope Vladimir Zelensky gets this. Hey man, stand 10 toes down. And if you go out here a martyr, bro, your name will be remembered forever. Forever. Stay strong, Ukraine. Peace.